Imagine quitting your 9 to 5 and replacing it with trading. That's exactly what I did. And I'm going to break down exactly how I did it to you guys. On the left, you can see a picture of me. I used to work in Coldstone. I've talked about this in one of my previous videos, but I used to work in Coldstone. My boss, Derek, was a dickhead, hated him, and I just hated life in general. But I really started getting into trading. I started focusing on trading, and now on the picture on the right, that's how I live. You can do the exact same thing. There's no reason you can't do the exact same thing. Don't keep thinking to yourself, oh, can only happen to smart people, or this can only happen to the people who know this and I don't know that. Stop thinking like that, bro. For fuck's sake, like, you can do it too. Like, I'm not anybody like crazy or any. I'm literally a normal fucking person. I'm a normal person. You can do the exact same thing. There's no reason you can't do it. Pay attention to this video, make notes, fucking practice this, and start implementing this, and you can do the exact same fucking thing. Because I did it, I know people who've done it, people did it with me, you can do it too. This is not fucking possible. Let's get straight into it. So let's talk about the best method to lose money, right? And I was the expert at losing money. I used to lose money professionally. If I had a LinkedIn page, it would say professional money loser. I used to be ass at trading, bro. I used to be ass. I used to like go on YouTube, search up best trading strategy, copy exactly what the first guy said, and I would start just losing a shit ton of money. It was horrible. You can see this is one of my trades on the right. This is my first ever fucking trade. My first ever trade. You can see the one on the right. This is what it looked like. This is disgusting, bro. So instantly when I entered the trade, it went down and ended up losing like I think 15% of my position. So I put in like I think $4,000 or something, and I lost 15% of that, which is like what, $600. I lost like a week's wage, bro. It was horrible. This was the state I was in, bro. This is how badly I was losing money. I had no idea what the fuck I was doing. On top of that, I hated my Coldstone job, and I had to keep fiddling around with that, and it was horrible. I just wanted a fucking way to get out. So the reason I lost money was mainly 3 reasons, and these are gonna apply to most of you. The first reason is I had no clear strategy. I would just trade anything I thought that would go up. Anything. Whether it was Bitcoin going up on the news, or this stock really looks good, bro, or this stock went up 100% yesterday. Let me trade it today. Literally no fucking strategy. And I would have abominations of trades like this. I would just lose money consistently. Like, that's just what I did. Second thing I did was gamble on options. So one of my friends was making a little bit of money through options. Now he's in debt. But when he was making money through options, he told me to try options too. I'm so fucking glad I didn't listen to him. I tried them for maybe a week and then I stopped. I'm so fucking glad. Don't gamble on options if you don't know what the fuck you're doing. That's exactly what I used to do. I would go to Apple, Nvidia, all these stuff, be like, okay, well, let me just buy 100 calls. And I would just lose a shit ton of money. Because I don't know what the fuck I was doing. Don't gamble on options. Don't have no clear strategy. You need to, like, do something consistent. And the last thing I used to do was use a shit ton of leverage. Or as Benjamin would say, leverage to the tits. That's exactly what I used to do. I would see, okay, oil futures, I can use 100x leverage. Meaning if I put $1,000 in, I can actually trade with 100,000. Let me use 100x leverage. And I will get liquidated within 2 fucking seconds. Like, you really do not want to be in that position. Don't fuck around with leverage and options and stuff if you don't know what you're doing. This is genuinely dangerous. Bro, there's been people I know who owe more money than they actually have in their account. So if they deposited $1,000 in Robinhood, now they owe Robinhood like $2,000. They're in debt to Robinhood. Imagine being in debt to Robinhood. That's just ironic. Anyway, you don't want to be in this fucking position. And this is the best method to lose money. You do not want to be in this position. You need to change something. So let's talk about the change. Before that, quick heads up, I have my free trading bundle, first link in the description. It includes a free course, it has free ebooks, it has trade tracker, Notion template. It's very good for beginners. Go check it out. It's really fucking good. Check it out. First link in the description. So, what was the light bulb moment? What happened to me where I was like, oh shit, let's actually make some money? What was the moment? What did I realize? And this is gonna sound super obvious to you, but it's genuinely what I realized. It was to develop a daily strategy. Like, I know that's super obvious to you, but that was a fucking light bulb moment for me. Because I wouldn't think about trading as in days. Like, okay, today's a trading day, tomorrow's a trading day. I would just think of it as like one long continuous thing. Like, I buy Bitcoin and 2 hours later I buy Forex, and then the next day I buy this. Like, it was nothing consistent. What I realized was, okay, what if we do this? What if we start thinking of trading days as days? So Monday, I trade one stock. Tuesday, I trade another stock. Wednesday, I trade another stock. Blah, 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 blah. And then each day we make some money. And then we fucking quit our fucking stupid 9 to 5. Fuck Derek. You know what I mean? So what was the thing that I came up with? The first thing I said, okay, if we're going to be trading one stock every single day, let's trade the most volatile stock. I mean, we want to make money, right? I mean, I don't want to trade some Apple which goes up 2% in a day. I want to trade a volatile stock that goes up, let's say, 1,000% in a day. And I just want a little percent of that move. So if a stock goes up 100%, let's say, I just want to make 20% of that move. That's it. And if I can do that every single day, I'm more than happy. I can quit this stupid ice cream job and I can just chill. And the second thing I thought about was to enter at a cheap price. So whatever stock I've decided to trade, enter at a relatively cheap price, sell, and then repeat every single fucking day. That was a fucking light bulb. When I realized this, I was like, shit, let's actually try and make a fucking strategy that works. That was a light bulb moment for me. Now, let's go through each of the steps in detail. The first step is to find stocks. We talked about this, find volatile stocks. How do we find volatile stocks? The easiest way to do this is through a scanner. Screener, scanner, whatever you want to call it. Go to Finviz, go to TradingView, go to YouTube, whatever the fuck you want to do, bro. Find a scanner. And once you find a scanner, you want to find a gap scanner in particular. You can see over here, gap. Now, all gap is when, let's say, yesterday on Monday, a stock closes over here. The next day, it will open up over here. So it closes $1, the next day it opens at $2. Why does it have this massive gap in the chart? Well, something happened overnight. Let's say Monday night, the CEO came out and he said, oh guys, we're going to be making a shit ton more money this quarter. Looks like we're going to make a lot of money. Stock instantly goes up because everybody wants in. So the next day it opens up at $2. Now, that's all a gap is. A gap scanner is just looking out for those stocks that are gapping up. You can see Amex over here at a gap of 148%, which means if it closed on Monday at like, I don't even fucking know, like $1, it would now open up on Tuesday at like $2.40 or whatever it may be. You see what I mean? And you can see there's all of these fucking stocks gapping every single day. Every single day there's gappers. Every single day. So once you find this, you're fucking golden, right? Step number 2 is to choose. So you go through every single one of these gaps and you pull up the pre-market chart and you choose which one is the best one. Which one do I think will continue going up when market actually opens? Now, this is the hardest part. If you can get this part correct, you can make a shit ton of money. Now, I tell you which stocks I'm going to be trading in my community. If you're in my community, you know what I'm talking about. Step number 2, like I said, is to choose. So you pull up the pre-market chart and you start doing some analysis. Okay, this is one stock is doing this is another stock, this is another stock. Which one do I want to buy? Now, if you had to guess, like if you had to like sit there and there's a gun to your head and you had to pick one stock that you think was going to go up, which one would it be? If you picked these two, you're wrong. It was this one. This was the one that went up. These two plummeted when market opened. So what can we see over here that we don't see over here? Like, why was this one so successful? The first and most obvious thing I'm gonna say is look at the price action. These two are going up and up and up, and they're opening up super high. This one goes from here, opens up super high. You see what I mean? There's no drawdown. There's nothing. Look at this. This goes up, massive drawdown. Massive drawdown. So when we open, it opens not anywhere near the highs, it opens up at a drawdown. That's really what we want to see. Same thing over here. Look at this. It opens up and opens almost at all-time highs. Opens almost at all-time highs. We don't want this. We want the ones that are opening way below all-time highs, ideally, and at a big drawdown. That's it. So now automatically you know, okay, these ones are going to go down. I'm going to pick this one. Easy. Fucking simple. So now you know to trade this stock. Before we continue, obviously subscribe and like if you're finding value on this. Fucking helps the channel out. The next step is to enter. Now, there's 4 things that I really do when I'm entering, right? The first thing I do is I enter on a drawdown. We talked about this before when I talked about the cheap thing, enter at a cheap price. We need to enter at a cheap price, and the best way to do this is on a drawdown. So essentially, whenever the stock opens, you want to wait a couple of seconds, maybe a minute, maybe 2 minutes, until the stock goes down a little bit. When it goes down, that's when you want to enter. You do not want to be entering when it's going up and up and up. You do not want to be entering. You want to be entering when it's down over here. That's the first thing. Second thing I look for is high volume. Look at the volume when stock opened. This is all pre-market volume. Look at the volume when the stock actually opened. Look at the fucking volume. This is very good to see. Third thing is VWAP. We want to see the stock, we want to see how it reacts to VWAP. If it's finding a shit ton of resistance on VWAP, like every time it just goes up, it instantly goes back down, We want to kind of avoid it. But if we see that, okay, I've entered the stock and it's going up and up and up, it's having no problem breaking through VWAP, that's very bullish. And the last thing I do is I set a goal for the pre-market high. So I set a goal to sell the stock at a pre-market high. So if you look at it over here, this was the stock that I entered. If I enter over here, my first goal is VWAP, but we've gone through that already. My first goal is to look at the pre-market high. So essentially, I'm going to be buying over here, and I want to be selling all the way over here. Right over here. That's when I want to be selling. Now, step number 4 is to take profit. You can see that this is the trade that I took. I entered over here, and you can see that I sold exactly at the pre-market high right over here at 81 cents or whatever. From this one trade, I made 55%. 55%. So if you put, let's say, $1,000 in, you would have made $550 from this fucking trade. And it took me 10 minutes. 10 minutes. None of this crap on Forex where it's like a 4-hour time frame. It took you 12 hours to make $5. No, literally 10 minutes. And I made 55%. 55%. And I sold at the pre-market high. And that is the whole trade. And this is the exact same method that I use in my community. So if you guys are still not in there, you guys should really come in here because you guys can see that we get some fucking crazy wins. This guy made 1,198. This guy made 628. This guy made 300. This guy made $23. People are making a shit ton of money inside. When you join, you get access to my watch list. So I literally tell you guys. I can't do anything more than this. I literally tell you the stocks I'm going to be trading. Hey guys, these are the stocks I'm going to be trading. I literally tell you. Like, I can't do anything more for you. This is the most I can give you. You also get access to my trade reviews. So every single time I make a trade, you can see all of my trades over here. Every time I make a trade, I literally make a video going through step by step why I entered the trade, what I could have done better, how much money I made, blah, blah, blah. I literally tell you guys everything, all the trades that I make. And as a bonus, when you enter, you also get a free beginner's course, and you also get direct access to me on the DMs. So email me at thedrakerroom@gmail.com right now to join the community, because I'm closing the group soon to just focus on the members inside. So if you guys want to get in before the group closes, make sure to email me at the email. Now don't forget, if you want to watch a video on how I wasted 2 years day trading and this is what finally worked, click the video that just popped up. This goes through all of my trials and errors, every mistake that I made, what I finally changed, and what finally worked for me. And again, if you are genuinely serious, you actually want to take this seriously, you actually want to make some money, join the community, email me at thedrakerroom@gmail.com, and I'll see you guys inside. Peace.